Mr. HUGO CENTENO, thank you very much for returning to the BoxingBar.com, man, and welcome.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
And it's hard to believe it's been about a year since I've had you. Actually, it will be a year exactly this coming Saturday, and this weekend is going to be a huge weekend for boxing. And I'm sure you're hoping that you're going to start this weekend in a positive way, or going into this weekend in a positive way, because you got a big fight on Thursday night. Tell us a little bit about this fight with Julian Williams, who's undefeated, 13-0-1.
Actually, this training camp has been an amazing training camp. I probably had the hardest training camp I've ever had, and I feel I'm in tremendous shape. I feel extremely ready to go. And as far as Julian Williams, he's a tough fighter. He's 13-0 with 7 knockouts, 1 draw. He claims that I'm a C-class fighter, but come Thursday night, I'm gonna give him a little reality check.
And what's it going to be like for you? I mean, you're going to go into this big weekend of boxing, which is going to be based in Las Vegas. Your fight is going to be at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas just 2 nights before. How does it feel like going into that bright lights, with all the people that are going to be there throughout the weekend? What is that like for you, knowing this and having this extra pressure on you?
Believe it or not, I really don't see it as pressure. Believe it or not, it's more fuel to my engines. I really feel like it's an honor for them to even let me fight on this fight card for this week. It's the biggest fight week in boxing history, and it's amazing. It's awesome just to be here. You could already feel the electricity in the atmosphere, and it feels awesome.
And I believe I heard it's for the WBC youth title, right?
Yeah, I think it's WBC youth.
Do you think this is a step up in competition in fighting a guy like Williams, who is undefeated and has a record, as he has? Do you feel this is a step up in competition, let's say, from your prior few fights?
Most definitely. I feel like this fight is evenly matched up, and I'm ready to go.
Now, before your last fight with Isaac Mendez, you were sparring the guy that's going to be in the big main event this weekend, Canelo Alvarez. What was that sparring like with him, and did you learn a lot from doing work with him, a guy on that level?
It was a tremendous experience. He's a lot faster with his waist and his speed than I thought he was going to be. So I think a lot of people are underestimating him for this weekend. I still have it up in the air for Canelo Floyd. But to me, it's 50-50 because, Floyd has those awesome reflexes, and, Canelo, like I said, he's being underestimated, and he's an extremely strong fighter. So it was a great experience for me just to be able to learn all that stuff that he has to offer.
And you're trained by your father, and your manager is Joel de la Hoya. When you think about it, that's a pretty strong or inexperienced corner that you have there. Your father, because obviously he knows everything about you while you're in the ring. Your manager, because he's been around some of the biggest fights, like his brother Oscar was in.
Right.
Having this experienced corner, what does that do for you? What does it do for HUGO CENTENO on an everyday basis? And what do you think it's doing for your career thus far?
I think it's done an amazing job because, obviously right now we're at 19-0 with 10 knockouts, no losses, no draws. And just be able to absorb that knowledge that they have to portray. Joel being in all those big mega fights with Oscar, so he knows what it's like. And my father, he knows all my ins and outs. So whenever I'm doing anything wrong, he corrects it right away. And we try to perfect all the little things that we do great. We try to make them even better. So I feel like it just takes to that next level having both those guys in my corner.
Let's say when you're working out at the gym, what type of things come to mind to make you do that extra push-up or maybe run that extra lap? What type of things do you do or mentally, subconsciously, to get you going or motivated to step it up?
Believe it or not, it's for my loved ones. I do it to give my family a better future, all my loved ones a better future, all the people who have supported me, or when I think of all the support that I have coming from people around the world, mainly from Oxnard, the whole community supports me. So it's just thinking about those little things makes me push myself to that next level because I know, all these people are not so much counting on me. I just want to make them proud.
You being from Oxnard and being here and being born and bred, is that motivation also to have your people on your side all the time, to have them be as big HUGO CENTENO fans as they are?
Oh, most definitely. Just to me, it's a blessing and it's an honor to have such an amazing fan base. They follow me everywhere. I can't appreciate them enough. Without these fans, I would be nothing. That's what the promoters love to see, is for you to bring a huge crowd. And for me, it just feels amazing. All that support that I get from every single fan, I love it.
And I also remember, back in the day when I talked to you for the first time, which was probably a few years ago already, You brought up how you used to work out of, I think, like the backyard or something like that,
Yeah, I
and
used to work
they
out in
didn't.
my garage.
Right, and they didn't want you at certain gyms or whatever. Looking back at that and everything that happened before then and after that, and looking at how far you've got, since the first time I had you on, you've come on national TV. You've even main evented on Showbox. You're going to be in this big event in a few days. I
Yeah.
mean, do you kind of think of that type of stuff? Does that come to mind sometimes? And does that also motivate you?
Almost definitely. I think about stuff like that every single day. Believe it or not, when I go running, it gives me a lot of time to think because I run twice a day every day. So, I have a lot of time to think while I'm running. And, while I'm running, I think to myself, I'm 22 years old and I'm accomplishing my dreams. I'm following my dreams when a lot of the people that I went to school with, they still don't know what they want to do or major in or are just at home. And at 22, I feel like I'm accomplishing what I've wanted to do since I was 7 years old. Is become a champion of the world. In 2 days from now, I'm going to be fighting for a WBC. To me, it's an amazing feeling how far I've come, and it's gone by fast. But it's been a journey.
We hear of so much people fighting out of Oxnard, and without mentioning names, but or you walk across the street from all of them, you're going in the same direction as them, and you did it all on your own. You did it all from you know very much blue collar.
Yeah.
And a lot of people love that story. What does your family or what does everybody think when they know what you've been through and they know all the obstacles you had to face and you've had to overcome?
Well, without my family, I don't think I'd be where I'm at, or just all my loved ones. In that case, they've all helped me get through tough times. Um, they're all extremely proud of me because, like I said, we've been through some tough times, and even still now to today, like I don't have a promoter, I just have a manager. So it's just me, my family, my loved ones, and my manager that we've still made it this far, and we're able to fight for a title on the biggest fight week of boxing history. It feels amazing to still be able to say stuff like that and doing it without a big promoter or any promoter for that matter.
Team Boss and everybody watching on Thursday night, watching you on TV, what are we going to expect to see from you?
Oh, you can expect a smart and technical fight. Julian Williams wants me to go in and, fight his fight. He wants to take me out of my comfort zone. But like I said, he has another thing coming to him. He's underestimating me. He's saying a bunch of stuff, I let my fist do the talking. I'm not here to badmouth anyone. Like, I handle my business in the ring. So, they can expect a smart and technical fight.
Let me tell you something, man. About close to 2 years ago, maybe a little after I talked to you the first time, I was talking to these two guys that are around the sport of boxing, let's say. I won't mention names. But
Yeah.
we were talking about things, and, when your name came up, I remember them saying, I don't think he's going to make it because he's not over here training with us, or, pretty much he doesn't
Yeah.
have what we got. And, I kind of said, well, I have a feeling that it might happen different, and there is going to be someone that is going to break through and not have to be with you guys, and who knows, it might be him. And I think about that all the time whenever I think of you, and I see the direction you're going. And those guys didn't like what I said that night. I don't know, maybe they might hate me, but it's all right because you're going to prove me right. And the way you're going, I really think so. And I'm
Yeah.
very proud of you, man. And I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. And I'm glad you're doing it in the way you're doing it. And good luck to you this coming Thursday.
Thank you. I truly appreciate everything you just said. It really means a lot to me because I know the people that you're mentioning, and it's still like that. It's just unfortunate that it has to be people trying to put me down or hold me back or saying things like that or sending any negative type of vibes. And we're from the same community. It just sucks. You would think it'd come from somewhere else, not from your own community. But I guess you got to prove them wrong.
And I agree with you 100% there. And I have a feeling that I'm going to see something very good, something very special this Thursday night, man. Team Boss is going to be in effect. And thank you very much for returning to theboxingbar.com. And hope to talk to you soon again, man.
Yeah, most definitely, Albert. We'll have to do it again.
Thanks, Hugo, man.